smoking a cigar on camera for the first time. This is crazy, guys. Legendary.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, DeMarco.
What do you gentlemen consider the core 2, 3, 5, whatever pillars, or as Jay says, buckets of self-development that form the foundation of a solid man? Fitness and finances are obvious ones. What are the others? Distill it down to the fundamentals. This is a really good question.
I got one. Simply put, social skills. So, for example, you have money, you have status, you may have fitness, but if you can't be social with people like colleagues, team members, maybe girls, what's the point? So, at some level, you have to work on that skill because that's going to take you way places that you can't from just your stats and your fitness. So, my thing is like social skills. Learn that. Learn to meet people, become friends with people, be likable, and that way you can maneuver through life, get what you want.
I got a good one right now, and then I'm going to turn it to them because I know they're going to be able to jump on this.
Yeah.
You need to be able to identify men that are worthy hang out with. You need to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And I don't think enough of you guys understand how critical it is to have guys in your circle that you can rely on, that you could talk to, that you can share personal problems with, that aren't going to judge you, that go through the same troubles that you do and the same struggles you do. When you hang out with dudes that are suckers, that don't get girls, that are meek, that don't go to the gym, etc., or aren't open to improvement, those are gentlemen you don't want to spend time with. A lot of you guys hang out with maybe some old high school friends or whatever that are, whipped by their girlfriends, or guys that are, snitches. Like they'll sit there and, sell you out for a girl. We've said on the podcast plenty of times, you never, ever want to hang out with guys that can't get girls because they'll sell you up the river for a woman. And that's the worst thing ever, man. You need to be around guys that have high integrity, that are going through the same thing that you are, ambitious, and aren't weak-minded. I'm going to toss it to y'all because I know you guys could talk about this a lot more.
Yeah.
So
I could actually combine the two things you said about one, networking with high level guys and being able to identify talented hard
guys in the war room,
and two, social skills, teamwork. You know when you're in school and they make you work as teams to complete certain tasks. There are men who have almost everything about them. I've met some guys who are quite sharp. They're smart. They got the money about them. They're fit, but they don't know how to work as a team. And there are things about this that are so critical to having strong platonic male friendships. Like if I approach a group of 3 women at the bar, 4 women, for example, and I bring them over to our table and here we all are sitting, there'll be dudes who have almost everything about them, but then you'll see them fail drastically, cock block you, make sure no one gets laid, really fuck up, go for the wrong girl, not be able to read signals, not be able to wingman you, and you
won't land on a grenade.
Exactly, won't land on a grenade, and you watch them crash and burn, and you're like, bro, I thought you were cool, but it's simple. It's simply lack of experience. If you're not associating with other high level dudes, and you can't work as a team, then you're never going to run a successful business or company with your friends. You're never going to have a successful wingman game and be able to go out and meet different groups of beautiful women. You're never going to be able to hook up with your friends, girlfriends, friends. That's very important. And I feel like me and my brother have teamwork down to like a 10 out of 10. Like I don't even need to in fact, me and Justin have it too. I'll tell you exactly why. I'm going to tell you a short story about me and Justin. I was in Miami. I believe I was in Miami with Justin, and we saw 2 girls over by the bar. There was a short brunette girl, tall blonde girl.
Where were you guys at?
What was the name of the bar?
Komodo?
Yeah. The name of the bar, I don't know.
Midtown?
Bro, I have no idea.
Midtown, I think it was Miami.
Sugar.
Yeah. Miami bar.
Yeah, Miami bar?
Miami, the one that turns into a nightclub. It's a restaurant at first. It's in Wynwood.
Oh, it's right next to 1-800-LUCKY. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying this so the audience can understand the vibe. The place that they're in, guys, is a gentrified area that is up and coming. Think of it as like the Williamsburg of
Art
Brooklyn.
District.
It's the art district. So where they were at, and this is a nicer bar in this area that also is like a club as well. It's a lounge. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a short brunette and a tall blonde, both equally as attractive as each other. So my type, I like the skinnier kind of girl. I said, Justin, I'm going to make the approach. It's my turn. I'm going to go over and talk to these girls. The blonde's mine. He was like, yeah, I want the brunette anyway. Cool. I walked over, introduced myself. Hey, girls, how you doing? My name's Tristan. And I could tell instantly from the way that the brunette touched my arm. Oh, hey, where are you from? Grabbing me like this. And the blonde was like slightly less interested. He walked over. Telepathically, without saying a single word, he could read the body language of the girls. He could see and we immediately switched targets.
Facts.
And he started talking to the blonde. And not a word had to be said. We didn't have to say, oh, this one likes you, that one likes me. He could just read it. And the word wingman comes from pilots, isn't it? Before radar and all this complicated computer shit, you know what the other guy beside you is going to do. You know what maneuver to pull to effectively attack the enemy. And he nailed it without me having to fucking even give him an eye gesture and a fucking nod of the head. He knew exactly what to do. So those are the type of people you want to hang around with. So teamwork is one of the tenets that you need to learn, whether it be wingman game, business game, whatever. because if you haven't got that, you're going to be a lonely man, even if you're successful.
That skill you
So-
just mentioned of knowing when a girl likes you or not is important.
Yeah,
Guys will go
it is.
all the way like she's not into
Don't
you.
want to
brother.
take an L.
Stop going at her.
Yeah.
Let your friend take the win because, bro, she likes him more than you. Relax.
Yeah.
That's very true,
Mhm.
bro.
Yeah.
And if a girl likes your friend more than she likes you, you trying with her all night just means no one's going to fuck her.
Facts.
That's what it means. It doesn't mean she's going to think, okay, fine, I resign. I'll go home with the guy I don't like as much. No one's banging her. She's going to slip your friend her number secretly, and she's going to go home, and you're both going home alone. So don't be that guy, please.
I think that goes back to I don't want to be friends with any man that's not in abundance, whether that's in abundance of money or the ability to get women. Because what happens there in that situation is people get salty.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He liked the blonde. I liked the brunette, right? But it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So
Didn't matter. I've had
the
enough
team-
blondes.
the team's got to win, bro.
Yeah.
And so if you're in abundance, you have the ability to now be selfless. And that takes me to another thing that I actually personally take a lot of pride in. Me and you talked about this the other day. Is do you remember when that like 10 out of 10 blue check messaged me on Instagram and I put it in the friendship circle?
I remember. Yeah. In our chat group.
Yeah. And Andrew's like hit it 3 years ago in Czech Republic or something.
Yeah.
And then,
Don
Yeah.
DeMarco.
Obviously.
and then but here's what I got to do. And this is why I was telling you I take so much pride in it. I got to tell a woman that has never been told no. Andrew said you're a dickhead. Literally unfollowed her on the spot.
Yeah.
And she was Andrew sent like follow-up pictures.
Bro, she's a 10.
She
I
is-
know her. I've met her in person.
She is a true 10.
Yeah.
Like true 10.
Yeah,
and-
Polish model.
Man, I feel honored to get to do that for one of my friends. Because and it's only because of abundance. And that's why I
Abundance.
say I don't want to hang out with dudes that are not in abundance. Because if my friend cannot take pride in telling a 10 out of 10 IG model that she is Andrew said you're a dickhead. So I agree. Peace.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can't get there, you can't have friends that can do that for you, then bro, you need to find new friends. You know?
We'll go on dates, right? Like we've had the same issue before. We'll talk about maybe what we do for a living, and they say, "Hey, wait, hold on. I just saw your page. You know Andrew Tate? You like that guy? He's a dickhead." And we're like, "Oh, you don't like him either? Cool. Good to know. Bye."
Oh, I got a funny story right now. Shout out to Paul Costinas, by the way, $500. Bro, I went out with this fucking girl yesterday. Went out with this girl yesterday in London, and she shows up on a date. She's a little bit heavier than her pictures, which already had me pissed off.
Lord.
Yeah, I was
You
already
said
mad
20
about that.
pounds, bro.
Yeah,
You were
like 20
mad.
pounds. Yeah, fucking, I was mad. I'm mapping it at like 20. And if you guys looked at her pictures, you'd be like, "What the hell? This girl's hot." But what the fuck? So I'm already mad about that. And then on top of that, she has the nerve, right? I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave tomorrow. I'm going out of town. I'm gonna go to Romania. I'm gonna go hang out with the Tate brothers." "Oh, Andrew. Oh, he's an asshole. He needs to be burned at the stake." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Yo, that's my personal friend. Like, you don't fucking know him." And I and normally you should never debate with girls on a date, guys, right?
Yeah.
Like typically you don't want to do this, but I don't give a fuck. I was like, you know what? Because I don't care at this point. I don't give a shit what these girls say. I was like, well, actually, you're wrong. Tell me why he's what he did wrong. And she can't articulate nothing. Well, he says this and this. That's actually not true. That was debunked on such and such. So I'm like, hitting her with the facts. I was like, oh, okay. So it's because you feel this way, even though you don't know what the hell is really going on. And I proved it to her. I was like, you really don't know what the hell's going on. You're just well, my friend said that. Well, your friends are fucking wrong. And then I just like left her there on the street and walked home.
Well, another
Fuck that
part
bitch. Fuck
is when they say birds of a feather flock together. I don't know if you know this. It's an English saying. People who are like hang out with each other. The fact that we're all friends mean we have enough traits and enough things in common that if someone says that they truly hated either one of you three, I'd be like, well, bitch, you're not gonna like me very much either.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was like,
you're insulting
literally
me
said that. I was
by
like-
insulting them.
Yeah, I was like, me and Andrew agree on like 99% of the things. So if you don't like him, you're not gonna like me either. So like, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? And like, again, that comes from like that abundance, whatever. And then I actually met a girl later that day that she's like, oh no, I don't know why people hate Andrew. He's whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Me and you are gonna get along.
We
Guys,
both did.
Yeah, the Asian girl.
guys, can I ask a favor of you guys?
No.
If you ever hear a woman speak about me like